Tanse wasasak. Minokisgao. It is a beautiful day. We're just going to look at some awayasisak. Awayasisak. And if you're wondering, what is this? Awayasisak is the word for animals. And I just talked to a gentleman here. You know him, Stanley. His nickname is Maigan. Since his nickname is Maigan, which means wolf, and he was saying, yeah, that's the way we say it here. There was a few different ways of saying animals, and I wanted to make sure I was saying it the right way. So, awayasisak. We're going to learn about animals in Cree, and so I'm going to share my screen with you, so you won't see my face, but you will see, hopefully, some pictures of animals. So let's try this out. Let's see if I can share this screen with you. Boom. Hey, look at that. Check it out. So, awayasisak. Let's see if we can go to slideshow so it's the whole thing. Whoa, that's even better. Awayasisak, animals. And you can see here we've got the syllabics. Awayasisak. Awayasisak, animals. And a big picture here, lots of animals. Not the clearest picture, but it's kind of neat because it's got so many different types of animals, including this guy here, which we'll look at the end. And I'll probably mispronounce it. But lots of animals here that don't live around here, but there are some. There's wapus down here that's hiding, and a few other ones in here that live around this neck of the woods. Oh, we have muswa. And remember we talked about having a macron on top of the O or something? You can also have a double vowel. That changes it from O to U. So muswa. Atik, caribou. Atik, or if there's more than one, atukuk, atik, caribou, atik. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is a nickname my kids have for me, Amisk, beaver. Wachusk, muskrat. Sikgosu, weasel, the ones that turn white. Some people call them in English ermine or lesser weasel, greater weasel, but they're all sikgosu, weasel. And they're white, running around under the snow or over the snow, looking for mice or other things to eat. Sagueso. I didn't really have a proper macron, so I put an accent just to demonstrate that this is the A sound. Sagueso, mink. These ones like to live near the water and catch some fish and run over the rocks there. Wrestle some wachusk. Wapistan. Martin, wapistan. Nigik, otter. And it's interesting, nigik, it sounds kind of like the sound they make sometimes. Nigik, otter. And you can see these symbols here, these syllabics, the ones that are oriented to the east and west, those are the n sounds, and the ones oriented north and south are the k sounds. So ni, g. You can see both of them have a corner pointing to the north, to the northwest, and that gives it the I sound. So ni, g, nigik. Kiguahakeo. Wolverine. Kiguahakeo. Beautiful animals. Also quite strong, and they'll defend themselves. Pisio, lynx. If you check out the tracks video, you'll know that their paws are totally covered in fur and have fur all around them. So the track almost looks like a circle, which is pretty neat there. See if, I don't know if this will be interesting. Let's try that. All right. Apagosis, little mouse or vole, those little critters that run around. Apagosis. Magasu, Magasu, the fox. This is when we had a fox like this, trying to get into the chicken coop by our place. He was hungry apparently, or a chicken. Magasu, or maybe he just wanted to play with them. I don't know. Magasu, ma, me, mo, ma. So pointing to the southwest, that's the ma, ge. Northeast, ge. Northwest, su, and then the circle with the hole in the middle is the w sound at the end. Magesu, magesu. Atim, atim. Pointing to the west. Ti, pointing up north. Atim, dog. Mahigan, wolf. There's two of them, so mahigana. More than one would be, has the at the end to make it plural. Like in English, we add an S, or in this case, wolves, ends up with a W-O-L-V-E-S. That'd be wolves. But here we go, mahiganak would make it plural, or more than one. Wapus. That should probably be an O with the macron, wapus. So I'll have to change that just to correct it up, wapus. And that's actually the A sound there. It's not wapus, it's wapus. So I'll take a look at that and check it. I'll actually show you. Let's do it right now. There, we'll go to the rabbit one. And this is a PowerPoint program, and I've used it because it's easy to put pictures and words together. So if this one is wapus with the macron on top, let's try and insert a symbol. Here you can take a look at that. What we've got to do is find a O with a macron on top. And there's so many symbols. Oh, I saw some O's there. There. That'll work. Insert. Oh, there it is. Wapus. Hey, that looks good. Wapus. And then I'll stop sharing for a moment so you can see. So this is my Cree syllabics keyboard, and I actually put the syllabics right on the keyboard, and it uses a special font, and that allows me to type the syllabics. So I'll put it down. I'll go back to share the screen, and now you can see. So we've got wa, wap, and then we need the pu. Wapus. There we go, wapus. And you see that dot on top acts like the macron in English, where it changes it from O to U. And here we go from O to U. Wapus. I think that one looks good, rabbit. And we'll go back to slideshow so we can see from current slide. Wapus, hey, it's fixed. I hope if you or your parents or grandparents can correct me in any way, please let me know. We got to learn together and figure it out, because it's a beautiful language, and there's so much to learn as you dive into the language about the environment and relationships. And the only way to learn it is to connect with the speakers that are in a community, those who know the language and understand the roots and the relationships that are represented in a language. So talk as much as you can with your relations in the Inninimowin language, or the Cree language. Let's learn it. Now's the time. Musqua, bear. Wapusk, polar bear. Wapusk. Alikis. Again, I didn't have a normal macron, so I just added this kind of V shape. Alikis, or frog. Innik, ant. Innik. Lots to learn from those ants. You watch them and you can learn so much. Here we've got Pinewak, or birds. Pinel would be referring to a bird. Pinesis, a little bird, like the little birds that fly around. And here we have birds. And I've only put a few slides in here, just a starting point, but I'm working on a presentation just birds, because there's so many kinds of birds around. And I don't know, I'll stop the share for a minute and show you a book I'm working on. So this is a sketchbook I have. Maybe I'll stop the background so you can see it better. So this is a sketchbook that I have, and I've been trying to sketch and make a coloring book with the birds. So here we have Magua, and some grebes, and Chastagil, pelican. Just make some outline drawings. Here we have the heron, blue heron. So I forget how to say blue heron. It's let's see here. I'm trying to remember here. It's like Missimo. We'll get to it. I'll show you in a little bit. Missimo, something like that. But anyways, you can see trying to get some of these drawn out. That's not showing up too well. Ojajak, one of my favorites. Those cranes, silly guys. But we can take a look at those and trying to put together a coloring book so we can, and with some of the Cree words, talk with some of the elders and get some information about them as well. So we've got our Pineoak here. And of course, Niska or Niskuk, if there's more than one. You get that greasy chin when those come through in the spring. Chaschagyo. There we've got the pelicans. See those ones out at Kelsey. Well, for me, it's over there. Kiosk, you see those around. That's also what the dam was after. And here again, we've got this. This is a common way of spelling it, but we should probably be using the I with the macron just to be consistent. The E by itself is usually making the A sound in Cree. Kakasiu, raven. Migasiu, the eagle, beautiful eagle. Sisip, duck. Ochichak, sandhill crane. Well. Snow goose. I always think that sounds like the sound they make. Well. Muscodigum. And I grabbed that picture from Facebook at some point. So I need to just work on that Roman orthography so that it's consistent. Muscodigum translates, I think, as like bear lice or bear bugs. Spruce beetle, longhorn spruce beetle. Amo, grades 7, 8, and 9, English language arts, social studies, electives teacher Jemalu was talking about the bees today, Amoak. So I put a comment there that Amo is bee in Cree. They're beautiful little buzzing creatures. And then there's this one. I'll try and say it. I'm going to mispronounce it, so I'm sorry about that. But I'll say it just because it's so long and it makes us laugh. A lot of the words that are used for animals from Africa or South America or other places in the world that aren't around here are very descriptive. So I don't know exactly what this describes as. You can talk with your family about it. Charla shared this one. I think her mom had said what gorilla was. And so I'll try and say it again. I'm going to mispronounce it. Sorry about that. But let's give this a shot, okay? Kekano piga piti gone mama ke pagono kete na papa masaka mik mamaska sik. Woo! That's a big descriptive word. You can probably learn a lot about how that animal is described from that word, but it sure is interesting, hey? This word kinoseo is for all fish, not just this jackfish here. The jackfish being anchopeo and pickerel, ogao, the trout that were up at the coast, masamegos. So many different types of fish, and I'm going to work on a presentation just on the fish as well. And that's it for now. So much to learn. I hope you're enjoying learning about the animals and the names in the Inninimowin language or the Cree language. Have a wonderful day. If you have animals you want to know what they're called, you can post it in the comments here, send me a message, and we will try and find out, even if it's a crazy animal from somewhere else. I'm sure there's a wonderful Cree speaker who can say what it's called or can help describe it to make a word that can be used to describe what the animal is. Jeg kan se, go up mitten.